to India's #1 college radio, KL Radio, the voice of Klians with your very own RJ Heera on the harmonious Heera show according to the beat. So today I have a very special topic for you people, and with us there is our dynamic evergreen personality, Kiran sir. Hello sir, welcome to KL Radio. I'm Kiran of CSE department. So yes, when it comes to KL University, Samyak, it's not just a fest. It is an emotion for everybody over here. Samyak, it is like involvement of 1500 students of different branches representing 16k students as a university all over India. So yes, that's definitely something a bigger deal for all of us. So yes sir, so here we are to discuss about the Samyak, and as you have led so many fests like Hash Include, and you were also a faculty champion at University Innovation Fellows, and also the Hash Include, and you are the HOD of CSE department. So you might have something really important to make us take this interview. So how do you want to start Samyak? Just give us a line about Samyak.
As you said, Samyak is all about emotions.
Yes, sir.
Right? So I want students to get strongly attached to the festival.
Okay, sir.
So that's the whole idea behind taking up Samyak this time. So I wanted it to be a student-led, student-centric, and something that students strategize.
Students would really love to hear this from you, sir. So can we proceed with the questions?
Of course, yes.
Okay, so the first question as a students we all wanted to ask you is, as Samyak 2020, you will be the head, you are the convener of Samyak 2020 this time. So what are the major changes you want to bring in it?
Definitely a lot of changes in terms of the technical brilliance of the festival. But before I talk about that, one strong change we want to bring within is keep it more transparent, keep it more open for everybody, and keep it more, avoid a lot of politics or a lot of, internal, whatever people talk extra other than what the fest is.
Okay.
So we wish to avoid all that.
Okay.
Actually, there is no truth in all that. It's just speculation. So we want to clear off those speculations and tell students that it's for them, it's for you, and it depends on how you do it.
Okay. So as a barrier between students and media, we KL Radio want to say you that there are politics, and we would really love if there are so many changes, especially and it is also that people are expecting a lot from you.
Thanks for that. Thanks for the expectations. And I think that's one challenge that has motivated me to take up this particular task. When I was asked to be the convener, that's what I felt. I felt like, irrespective of how big a festival I would like to conduct, I wish to conduct something which is close to hearts for students. So when it is close to hearts, it means it's transparent, it's simple, it's clear.
Okay. So sir, what do you think about the legacy? Should only the recommended candidates be there for this Samyak, as it is going on from ages?
The answer is there in the question.
Okay, it's
so
no. It's a straight no.
Why would there be recommended candidates?
Okay, fine, sir.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to make the Samyak same as the previous ones, I probably will take the same set of students. But then right from beginning, we don't want Samyak to be same as what it was before. We wanted it to be much better, much bigger, much transparent. So we definitely need a completely, I wouldn't say new set of people, but a set of people with new thoughts, new ideas. Those can be the same old people also.
Okay, fine.
But then definitely with a different mindset.
Okay, fine.
So if people are ready to come in with different mindsets, they're more than welcome.
So to bring a change, you took a very first step and circulated a form all over the people, which no Samyak has done till date. And was the response according to you?
It was much better than what I expected.
Okay.
Being summer, I thought not many students will actually fill it up.
Okay.
I was expecting some lower numbers.
Okay.
So I thought I'll start off with the small numbers, but the response was much better than what I was expecting.
Okay. So sir, will the form be open?
It is still open. We said that there was some date given where we said that's till that time we take the responses, but then we still kept it open.
Okay. So how long it will be open, sir?
For me, I can keep it open for many more days.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just that I want to see what students wanted.
Okay.
So if students want to provide some inputs, want to say that I want to be part of it, they're always welcome.
Sir, don't you think there are a group of certain people who are really good at writing, who are really good at artistic approach for the this writing things, this essay writing and speaking things and all, but they are not really good at working for Samyak. So what do you think? Is this going to filter all such hardworking students?
See, when I floated the form, one thing I made it very clear in there is we don't take students directly into the teams.
Okay.
We take students, train them,
Okay.
give them tasks, and then make them work for Samyak.
This is really good. We never had this. Sir.
Yeah, so we wanted it to be a training session.
Okay.
We wanted to start with a training session.
So it is not purely based on the form.
No, not purely based on the form. So the selections from the form are, I told all the people involved in the selections, like there were a huge set of people
Yes.
involved in the selections, including me.
Yes.
What I told them was, even if you find a little spark in the form, pull them in, take them in, right? And then let's give them an opportunity and let them prove themselves,
Okay.
and then they will be part of the team.
Okay, so what about the people who really rely on others to fill their forms? Like this happened many times.
So that's the reason there is a training session.
Cool.
So once we have the training session, we'll get to know who has done it right, who
Okay.
hasn't done it right.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, cool, sir. Sir, so do you think even fourth year students should participate in it, because now it is a really peak time for us? Like we have PEGA training sessions, everybody will be going to GRE classes, etc., etc. Do you think even they should participate if they are really talented and they really want?
Ideally speaking, yes. If they want to be, yes. But then one point I have to tell them is they have to strike a balance between their
Okay.
participation and their career, because
Okay.
this is the right moment where
Yes.
they lay foundation for their career. So I don't want them to spoil that.
Okay.
But if they can balance out both,
Uh-huh.
I would love to see them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, so Pro Show is the main attraction of Samyak, sir. So usually in other universities, we all have students surrounding them and be cheering, constantly cheering. They talk with them and it's really very interactive. But here it is like they draw a line and they won't even allow us to get into the stage. And last time what everybody observed was the two singers, they were really bored. So will there be any change this time?
We wish to bring in a lot of changes this time
Okay.
for the Pro Show, where we want students to enjoy it more,
Okay.
and we also want the guests to find it more honored.
Okay.
Right? So we will take necessary steps to ensure that there's a right balance between a disciplined crowd and a cheerful crowd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
No, maintaining discipline is important.
Yes, sir,
I won't
exactly.
deny that. But then at the same time, we wish the crowd to also enjoy. So we will also consider factors where the crowd starts cheering, crowd
Okay.
starts enjoying the Pro Show.
Sir, so like every time we start preparation for Samyak in this semester, but it finally ends to be in the next semester. So are you really sure that we will conduct Samyak in this semester?
I'll put it this way. Yes, we want to conduct it this semester, but then for some reason, if there is a postponement, there should be a valid reason, and it has to be transparent. So till the time there is a valid reason and till the time everyone knows about it, I don't see a reason why we should not, we should be worried about not postponing
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay, sir.
Only reason why people find it a little difficult to digest is because they probably don't know why it is being postponed, right?
Yeah.
So that I won't allow.
Yes, sir. But
I'll keep it as much transparent and
Okay.
as much open.
so what a popular saying is that climatic conditions won't support us.
So we are
Probably
doing
that time
we are doing a bit of work on analyzing the climatic conditions.
Okay.
So we'll see like what dates best suit,
Okay.
and then if we have to do it slightly after the first semester also because of the weather reasons, we might do that. But then we won't directly go into the mid of the next semester.
Okay, sir.
So it is going to be in this semester or maybe slightly into the next one,
Okay.
depending on the climate.
Sir, do you have any idea about the dates? Would you like to give us a brief?
Sometime in the third week of October, second or third week of October. Yeah, and that's something that I want to make it very clear this time, that we want to freeze it as soon as possible and keep it intact.
Okay.
So whatever parameters are there which are affecting that dates, we wish to analyze them well in advance.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, so what is the difference do you want to bring in the publicity strategies? Like last time we had so many flash mobs, like you're telling me this should be a total techno management fest. So will there be involving of technology in publicity also?
Yes, of course. Yes. Now, the moment you say what is the strategy, I slightly differ with the statement because I don't want to build a strategy. I want students to build it. So I would motivate them to put in technology into it and then let them come up with their own creativity. And we definitely have to put in technology at every point, including brochure.
Yes, sir, exactly.
So there has to be technology built into whatever minute thing we do for Samyak. Yeah.
Sir, and what about the attendance? Like, you know, we really work hard for like so many days and we finally don't get attendance, and many students in front of our very own eyes, they get detained. Though we know the fact that they have really worked so hard for that. So
See, the reason why people get detained is because they probably didn't care much about striking a balance, right? So that awareness has to be there in students. They need to be conscious about the fact that there is a semester and they need to get promoted, right? They should not forget that while they're working in Samyak. But saying so, since this is happening in odd semester, a lot of work will be done in the summer. So that ways, I think all those long days which we spend usually for Samyak, they all get covered in the summer season. That ways, I don't think there'll be more students with too many days of work for Samyak.
Good idea, sir. Sir, so as we all know, last time we couldn't see any students from other universities coming to our college. So will there be any other way this time we are going to attract a lot of crowd, because we are representing the whole India and like it's really like nobody even came last year.
See, one reason why students usually don't turn up from outside is because of the announcements that we make in the last minute. So if we can have a control on that, if we can give them a clear schedule, that this is when the Samyak is, these are all the events that would happen, these are all the workshops that will happen, this is the brochure that will happen, people will have a clear picture. And the moment they have a clear picture, they definitely come. And one strategy we have to keep in mind is we need to make sure we are also looking at the calendars of other universities.
Exactly.
So the student doesn't wish to attend 3-4 festivals, they only wish to attend one. So they'll figure out which one is better and then they'll attend that.
Okay, sir. So what change do you expect in the e-publicity, especially the e-publicity? Like, we do commit a lot of mistakes in the caption thing or the posters thing, and like we survive it anyhow. So
we survive it with a cost. There's a cost attached to it. So I think we shouldn't compromise on that survival. So this time the training will take care of that. So we'll make it more streamlined and we'll ensure that not much mistakes happening. And yeah, strategies, when it comes to strategies, as I said, let students speak about me. Right. Yeah.
Okay, sir, so actually what I really wanted to ask is, like every time it is like a hereditary thing, especially in our university. The people of core team, they select certain students really based on their hard work or based on their likes. I am really frank to say that thing. There are like two categories which they select. One is they really like the student, and the other thing is they really know that they work hard. So, like, weren't they going to be really very disappointed to know that we have had a rumor that posts are going to be limited this time, especially the core team. So what about them? So they have really worked hard since the first year they came.
I didn't have a thought that the post should be limited.
Okay.
It's a good new thing that you gave in to this interview. I didn't think about limiting the post. It is a rumor. There's no reason why we have to limit the post when there's so much of work to be done. But then hereditary, definitely not. Because if that hereditary has given them skills, then they would have exhibited that in the form, or they will exhibit that in the training, and they definitely will be much more competitive, much more better than the other students. So if hereditary brings in skills, welcome. But if it doesn't, sorry.
With the name of the Samyak, we know that it was called as Green Fest in the very beginning. And how do you know that why this was changed into Samyak?
I'm not much of a history person. I don't know much about. There was a batch of students who started off this fest and they renamed it as Samyak, where Samyak is more about coming together of a lot of people, right? So I don't know what went through their minds at that point of time, but I definitely will say they chose a very good name.
Yeah, exactly.
And it created history.
Yes, sir.
Right. So
Okay. So, what could be the theme of Samyak this time? As last time we had it as My India, My Initiative,
Mhm.
and before that thing it was like smart cities.
Mhm.
So, do you have any idea about the theme this time?
We wanted it to be emotionally binding, but at the same time very funky too.
Okay. So,
Yeah. So we wanted it to be more hip hop,
Oh,
so that students, take it more as, fun,
yes, sir.
fun with technology, but
Okay.
at the same time connect to the emotions. Yeah.
So, will it be final?
Which one?
Hip hop theme.
No. Hip hop is the.
No. Yes, I got it.
Yeah.
But it's like, see, it is like more funky, no, sir?
Hmm.
So, will it involve any other things to be attached to it?
Yes, if the need be, if we need to carry forward the emotions, yes, we need to.
Okay.
So we want the theme to be more attractive to the current generation of
Okay.
students. So they should get connected to
Yes,
it.
sir, exactly.
We do not want it to be cliched.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, the theme should work,
Yes, sir.
because students, the moment we keep it as a theme, we should be able to bring out technology in sync with that theme to suit various events and activities. So we need to do a lot of work regarding that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, sir, how the chiefs will be selected? Will there be any special criteria for choosing them, or it will be like normal routine, like previously how we did?
Yeah. So what we did with the form is we kept it as an open invite to everyone.
Yes, sir.
So everyone who's interested in a particular area, they have expressed their interest. So now at the moment I have a big bunch of people who are interested in technical innovations,
Okay.
a big bunch of people who are interested in non-technical innovations. There are a good number of people who have opted for publicity and all
Yes,
that.
sir.
So I've got a good number of students in each of these teams. So now I want to make them undergo a training process.
Okay.
We'll give them various tasks, and then we'll see who is the person who has that leadership qualities,
Okay.
right? And then we'll call them a lead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, what do you say about other branches' involvement? As you are CSE HOD department, sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, will there be more CSE students or what?
Not intentionally.
Because you know, like your students really well. You have introduced so many concepts like student ambassadors and peer mentors, and you really know a bunch of people. You meet them constantly. So, will they be involved?
Their involvement will definitely be there, but at the same time, it's not an intentional involvement of just the CSE students.
Okay.
The festival is a lot about diverse technology. It is not about one single technology.
Okay.
So I want the hotel management and pharmacy people to be as much equally involved as computer science and engineering people, right? So I want the architecture people to be there, I want the law people to be there, and that's exactly how the expressions have come out to be. There were quite a few people from law who have expressed interest to be part of the teams, and yeah, they're all my students. So why just the CSE? But then you obviously will see more CSE students because of the strength.
Many.
Yeah, because they're too large in number, so I cannot avoid a large number of CSE people in Samyak. But that doesn't mean that it is only the CSE people that will be there. It is actually a very diverse technology fest that we want to run. So I want to see a lot of pharmaceutical experiments happening on the road while we conduct the Samyak festival. So pharmacy has got equal importance there. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
And also the postgraduate students. Till date we were only involving a lot of undergrad students, but we also want to bring in a lot of postgrad students also. We want to bring in our PhD scholars, the MTech people, the MSc people, right? So all the MBA people.
Yeah.
So we want all the postgraduate students also to be actively involved.
Okay, sir. So, why are the selections being held so early this year, like 6 months prior?
It's a good sign.
Okay.
We are planning in advance. So let's plan in advance. Planning in advance is always good. I mean, if you look at major festivals in India or abroad, the planning starts 9 months ahead at least.
Okay.
So 9 to 6 months is actually a good time. I wouldn't say we have started in advance. I think I would say we have started in time.
Okay. Okay, sir. So, do you think students will take this whole thing positively? Like the form thing and the training thing?
See, I don't see a reason why they have to take it negatively. But in case if they have any such negative thoughts or doubts, and they can always feel free to walk into my office, talk to me openly, give suggestions, saying that, okay, this can be done in a better way like this. I'm open to all of that. So, I mean, if there are students who feel that there is something which is not clear, always welcome. Come down to my office and yeah, I'll sit and discuss with them.
Okay, sir. So, what about Surabhi? Will this be connected to Samyak or it is a whole different?
This time we want to do Surabhi in the even semester. So,
okay,
it's just Samyak this time.
Okay, so only 2 days?
2 days is what we are planning,
Okay.
but if there will be a lot of industry connect to the festival. So if the industry wanted to have another additional day, we are welcome to that.
Okay, sir. So, do you think if talented but rookie for some young people can also handle it very well? Like you'll be seeing so many forms coming and they have no experience at all, but you think that they are really very talented. Would you give them a chance to be the lead? To be the lead.
If they have shown that potential, if they show that potential in the training, definitely yes.
Okay.
Definitely yes. Somewhere they have to start being the leader.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So every leader was a first-time leader
Yes,
sometime.
exactly.
Yeah. So.
So guys, we have discovered many mysteries and secrets about Samyak 2K19 and what to do and what not to do with Samyak 2K19, and we, Team KL Radio, wish you all a very best answer. We would love if you wish them.
Wish all my students a very happy festival ahead. I wish you all to participate, bring togetherness in the festival with a lot of technical aspects into it. So let's showcase the world that we are the best technologically.
Yes, though we are divided by branches, we are united with under one roof with KL University. So guys, stay tuned to India's #1 college radio, KL Radio, the voice of Klians, with your very own RJ Heera on the harmonious Heera show according to the beat.